Hi, and thank you for joining this session on Workpapers. My name is Rochelle O'Brien and I'm a product manager at QuickBooks UK. Workpapers is a brand new feature available in the QuickBooks Online Accountant product. It was released in the product in February, and you'll find it in the accountant tools within your client's books, and it's available to you at no extra cost. Workpapers in QuickBooks is the beginning of integrating more of those tools into one area, making the whole process smoother with better workflows and ultimately saving you time. To set yourself up for success, you need a seamless, reliable solution for bookkeeping data and workpapers all in one place. It's also increasingly important that team members can securely share information when working on the same engagement, but not physically in the same place. Let's take a look at workpapers in the product now. I'm in my client's books, a client called Bridge Builders. I go to Workpapers by selecting the accountant tools in the top navigation, and then Workpapers. Workpapers is divided up into 3 sections: Documents, Review and Adjust, and Grouping and Statements. Just below you can see that I've made some changes. We will look at each individual section and the changes shortly, but first I'm just going to show you the options across the top. Beside Workpapers and Beta, you can see the tax year. You can select from different tax years. You can also see the date, and you can switch the accounting method from accrual to cash. There are a number of tools in the top right hand corner. They include download to zip, carry forward data from previous year, and lock, which works in the same way as the closing the books options in your advanced accounting settings. Moving down into the documents section, the documents are divided up into 2 areas: General and Accounts. The Accounts section, the folder structure comes from your chart of accounts, whereas in the General section, you can add folders as you go. You can also add folders from a template, for example, from one of your other clients. It's really easy to upload documents from here. You can either click Add in the action column and select from where you've saved it locally, or you can drag and drop. All different types of files can be added: CSV, Excel, PDF, images, and you can see that it's really quick even if you need to copy a large number of files. There's also an option to add a link. Therefore, if you're using Google Docs, this is a really good way to collaborate with your colleagues. I've set up a couple of Google Docs as a sample. I click into my Google Docs area, click on the link, and the document opens up for me in a new window. It's really easy to add your document, and this document manager area gives you an unlimited cloud-based file storage option which can house the entire range of the client engagement. The next section is Review and Adjust. This is where you can review the balance sheet and the profit and loss, which is down at the bottom. It shows you current year, prior year, and the variance. It also has an adjusting entry column. Any documents which you added in the previous section will carry through here. You can also add notes, and you can tick the accounts off one by one as you go through. These types of year-end tasks don't get done all in one go, so it's crucial that you're able to track where you left off, or where your colleague has finished up. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom now and look at the profit and loss. If I want to make adjustments for something here, for example prepayments or accruals, I'd use the Make Adjustment option in the action column. It opens up a journal entry with the adjusted button ticked, and I could create it from here. That's actually what I've done to make those changes we saw at the very top. What happens when you make the adjustments is that they are essentially in draft in terms of your workpapers. In order for the change to be reflected below, I have to accept the changes and then they'll be finalised. I can view the changes first. If I need more information, I can click Edit, but if I'm happy to accept the changes, I make that selection on the previous page. The main advantages I can see from completing the review and adjust stage here are having everything including all relevant documents in one place, checking things off as you go so you can keep track of where you left off when you're not doing it all in one go, and collaborating with colleagues because you can use the check marks and the notes section to communicate where you are with the work. The final section is the grouping and statements area. These are your financial statements, but here they come with more customizations than before. Those customizations include reordering the line items and creating groups. I'll click on this drop down to view all the accounts. This icon on the left with the dots is called the grabber icon, and that's what allows you to reorder those columns. You can also see that I've created a group. Again, the notes and attachments are carrying through from the other sections and I can review them here. There is an additional column of a reference code which can be added to each line of the accounts. All of the sections can be exported either individually or if you choose the zip folder download from the top right hand corner. That's something I've done in advance so I could show you what's downloaded. As you can see, I've got all the documents and the financial statements. That includes my account attachments, anything that was in my general folders, and the financial statements. I'm opening up the financial statements to show you what is contained. There are 5 sections to these statements. It starts with a cover page, followed by a notice to reader. I've got my balance sheet. I've got my income statement. And then finally I've got my lead sheet schedule. This includes the reference code that I added in Workpapers. I'll return to my Workpapers and just show you some small customization options within the grouping and statements and review and adjust. Using this settings icon, you can remove some of the columns to make it a little bit neater, or if they're not all appearing, then you can add them from here. This is a new feature in QuickBooks. As you can see in the top right corner underneath Tools, it is an accountant only view, which means it's been made available for accountants and bookkeepers within the books of their clients, but it's not something that your client is going to see. And that's everything I'm going to show you today. It's a powerful tool and I wanted to give you as much information as I could, but the best thing you can do now is click in there yourself and have a look around. You will find it in the accountant tools within your client's file. I hope that you can start using it soon and making the most of having everything in one place. Please give us any feedback you have so we can continue to work on it and make sure it meets the needs of our accounting and bookkeeping partners. Thank you.